Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. In a major development, the Goa River Sand protectors won their case before the NGT on Monday. The government of Goa has agreed to withdraw all ECs granted unconditionally to go for the new DSR report and grant fresh ECs only after DSR report is available.
Okay.
It was basically a challenge to the EC. Environment clearance दिल्ल्याने we have challenged it because it was not done properly. It was not granted as per the procedure which is there in the law.
Okay.
आणि दुसरे किती असले की that is not discussed in this. It was withdrawn because that district survey report is not there and अशा म्हणून but factually there is no replenishment of sand in the report which NIO has given. In the last page, they have very clearly mentioned that there is no replenishment and the permissions can be given to extract sand depending on the replenishment during this period, rainy period, when it is stopped. So whatever is the replenishment of sand, only that much can be removed, not the quantity which is there below the river. That is what is there in the sustainable sand mining guidelines that nobody is talking about. They pending asle 3 varsa, they were not answering. We had challenges 21. So now they have claimed that yes, we will not pursue this matter and we will go for the new DSR.
Okay.
Fed up with the loud techno parties lined up before, on and during the Independence weekend, villagers of Vagator and Anjuna have decided to hold a candlelight protest outside the Anjuna police station on August 15th. This is the third candlelight protest outside the Anjuna police station to protest against the government if it thinks it can fool us all the time, villagers said.
The first candlelight protest was held in February 2024 outside an establishment playing loud music. The protest ended at the Anjuna police station. The second protest was outside a restaurant. Here the Anjuna police seized equipment but did not file an FIR. Now, given the failure of law enforcement to crack down, several techno parties have been lined up for the Independence weekend. One such techno party titled Pre-Independence Bash is happening on 13th August without mentioning the place. Another Independence dance is happening from 15th to 18th August at Arambol. A third techno party called Satellite Beachside is happening at Gypsia Beach Club from 15th to 18th August. A fourth party called Crank is happening at Vagator from 15th to 18th August.
हे जे सगळे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डान्स म्युझिक EDMचे जे ॲडव्हर्टिजमेंट्स येता ह्या दिसांनी आता 15, 16, 17, 18 एक्सटेंडेड विकेंड म्हणून गोंयान खंय आतां EDM फेस्टिवल्स जावपाचे आहा. पूण गुश्टानो महत्वाचो प्रश्न म्हटल्यार हे EDMचे नॉयज पोल्युशनाचे इतले मॅटर्स चल्ला इन्क्लुडींग हायकोर्टान चल्ला पूण कोणाकूच फरक पडटा असो दिसना. विजिबली कोणाकूच फरक पडटा असो दिसना. हे सायडीन EDM म्युझिक फेस्टिवल चालूच आसा. नॉयज पोल्युशन जायत आहा. आमच्या कोस्टल विलेजींनी जितले गांव आसा थंयसरल्या लोकांक प्रॉब्लम्स जायत आसा आनी सगळे म्हटल्यार गोंयान लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिच्युएशन आसा अशी सुद्दां दिसून येयना. इतली बिकट परिस्थिती जाल्लेली आहा लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिच्युएशनाची आनी जावची ना कित्याक जेन्ना आमचो एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टर जेंचे प्रायमरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आहा हेजेर कंट्रोल दवरपाचो तोच बिंदास वॉयलेशन करीत आहा ऑल द नॉर्म्स ऑफ एनवायरमेंट्स जाल्यार मागीर हें जावचें ना कित्याक आतां गरज येयल्लेली आहा लोकांक अकावंटेबिलिटी डिमांड करपाची. आतां गरज येयल्लेली आहा एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टराक सॅक करपाची. एसेंब्लीन बाब वेंजी विएगासान ताका एक्सपोज केल्लोच आहा. आतां आमचो मुखेलमंत्री बाब प्रमोद सावंत खंयच्या मुहूर्ताचो वाट पळयता ताका सॅक करपाक आमी वाट पळोवया.
Instead of monitoring pre- and post-Independence Day parties held in Goa, The Pollution Control Board has washed its hands despite the rule specifically which says that the board is supposed to monitor sound pollution. The Goa government under Rule 4.2 read with Rule 2C of the Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rules 2000 notified the State Action Plan for Control of Noise Pollution.
Instead of monitoring pre- and post-Independence Day parties held in Goa, the Pollution Control Board washed its hands of the matter. 14th March 2020 to revised State Action Plan for Control of Noise Pollution says the actions are to be carried out by the Goa Pollution Control Board. The board has to carry out noise mapping along with the police after identifying locations in different zones. Why has this not been done, and what are the remedial measures taken if any? The rules say that noise level mapping shall be extended to other areas if required on the recommendations of the district magistrate. Which are the areas where noise level mapping has been done? The Rule 5.3 says that the state government may impose restrictions as necessary to reduce noise pollution and use of loudspeakers between 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on or during festive occasion. These festive occasions are national or state functions as notified by central and state governments. Why are these pre- and post-independence techno parties advertised and allowed? Are these trance parties with foreign DJs notified as state government events? Bureau Report, Herald TV.
There is one death on Goan roads every alternate day. We lose more people in accidents than to any disease. Of the total 290 accident deaths in 2023, 120 were self-accident deaths. In 2021 and 2022, there were 132 self-accident deaths each. Were they caused due to driver's fault or bad roads and stray cattle? Could they have been avoided? Watch the full episode, Road Accidents in Goa. Is it a self-made disaster? On Herald TV and YouTube.
And when we see the statistic of the self-accident, in the 2023, there are 120 people died in the self-accident.
Right.
In 2023, total 290 people died in the accidents, total accident, different types, different category. But out of which 120 people died in self-accident. So
Right.
if these self-accidents could have been avoided, then there would have been, this figure would have been, we can say that really it is within the control.
Right.
And I think that this is possible with everyone's effort.
Right.
If we follow traffic rules, regulations, and whatever,
Right.
like care while driving, so this could have been avoided.
Right. So one of the things that we need to do is look at the self-accident again in two categories. A category wherein the driver or rider is not controlling himself. So maybe he's indulging in, say, some substance abuse, maybe alcohol, maybe some drug content is there, or he's talking on the mobile, or for example, he's watching a video.
Right.
Because some vehicles have this, TV kind, small TVs
Right.
fitted inside.
Right.
Or there could be sleep deprivation.
Right.
So people are driving, if you see many of these accidents at between 12 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So this is a time where people are driving, although they have not had enough sleep.
Right.
Okay, and then of course overspeeding. So one of the things I think can, when we look later at solutions, some analysis of these self accidents, where they have taken place, and what could be the circumstances for this. I think that will help us a lot in deciding, and also in terms of the category of the drivers and riders. How many of them are migrant laborers? How many of them are domestic tourists? How many of them were driving a private vehicle or a rent-a-car or rent-a-bike? I think this sort of data will help improve the interventions that are perceived as required.
The Goa Traffic Cell and Porvorim Police have initiated a trial run of the Porvorim traffic diversion on Monday morning as construction of the 6-lane elevated corridor begins. Traffic originating from Sukur has been diverted to the existing service road, while traffic in Porvorim is rerouted from Delfino's side towards an alternate service road.
The Goa Traffic Cell and Porvorim Police commenced the trial run of the Porvorim traffic diversion at 6 a.m. on Monday. Traffic from Socorro is being redirected to the existing service road, while vehicles in Porvorim are rerouted from Delfino's side towards an alternate service road. Depending on the effectiveness of this diversion, authorities will develop a strategy for two major traffic diversions along National Highway 66 in Porvorim, intended to facilitate the construction of the 6-lane elevated corridor. The road closures, stretching from Cyrus Nursery to Sangoda Junction and Delfino's Junction to Hotel Majestic, are expected to be in place until 7th December.
Petrol tankers, emergency vehicles, poultry, perishable commodities will be allowed. As regards this particular point, traffic is being diverted as you see here. There are certain modifications required, like this cable we need to get it shifted. I have informed the PWD section and the electrical section will deal with that. And then we also and there are certain cases which require small modifications. It will be done and it is being done by the person operator.
Okay,
The traffic so far is moving okay. We are hopeful that if it moves at this stage, it will be able to handle it well.
Sir,
You will find for every new action, you will find lot of issues coming up. We are tackling it slowly. Do make efforts and tell the public not to do double, triple overtaking. And I would request you that we are putting all our efforts for it. And we are doing it for the people and for a good cause. I expect that the media also speaks in our favor and request the people not to make us to tell them, but do it on their own.
सध्या डायव्हर्जन खंयच्यान तुम्ही चालू केला दोन डायव्हर्जन आयज खंयच्यान सुरू केला
हांगच्यान आतां म्हापसा त्यांची गाडयो येतात लेफ्ट सायड सर्वीस रोडा कडल्यान सरळ येतले ओकोपिरो पर्यंत ओकोपिरोच्यान परत सरळ येवन मागीर तुमी हांगा येवन मागीर सर्वीस रोड देन आझाद जंक्शना कडेन रायट घेवन अटल स्टेट जावन जाय जाता जे पणजे वतात ते पणजे टू म्हापसा वतात ते रोड चालू आसा कांयच ना ओकोपिरो पावल्या उपरांत सांगोळडा जंक्शना कडेन सर्वीस रोड लेफ्ट सायड ऑफ द रोड स्ट्रेट टू म्हापसा आतां दोन रोड रस्ते आसा तो सद्या PWD इज वर्किंग ऑन दॅट प्लॅन डे एंड नायट वर्किंग ऑन दॅट प्लॅन टू गेट इट डन सद्या तुम्ही पळयल्या जाल्यार आपल्यान जी गाडयो रायट टर्न वतात वन वे
ओके
जी गाडयो येतात म्हापसाच्यान येतात इट इज वन वे
Okay.
इट इज गोईंग ऑन
ओके
So good. Peak hours, if there is no traffic around here, then we will try to allow some traffic to come the other side from Panjim side जे येतात थोडे हांगच्यान we can be able to.
Okay.
But that will depend upon the traffic and how the load is there on the road.
ओके थँक्यू सध्या हो ट्रायल रन आयचोच आसतलो
आमचो SP सर आसा राहुल गुप्ता साहेब सध्या चेकिंग केले बॉर्डर at Patradevi checkpost and he is also taking a round there to check whether the heavy vehicles are parked there. ते गाडी पार्क करून सारखे दवरले जाल्यार रस्त्यार पार्क करून दवरया आणि एक ओपन स्पेस आसा ते PI पेडणे आणि PI मोपान आयडेंटिफाय केल्या आणि आमी PWDक सुद्दां तांकां मोबायल टॉयलेट दिवपाची रिक्वेस्ट केल्या तर ते 10 पर्यंत जेन्ना ते रावतले तांकां ते टॉयलेट फॅसिलिटीज मेळटल्यो.
Upendra for Herald TV.
The traffic police have initiated a new traffic diversion plan on the National Highway 66 Porvorim corridor. The plan has been carried out on a trial basis on Monday ahead of the proposed construction of flyover in Porvorim. In this edition of Street Voices, Herald TV asked the people of the area what are their thoughts on the traffic diversion plan. Here are the responses.
The government seems to be making a joke of the people in all this exercise of trying out the traffic diversion. One cannot understand why it has waited for so long to check out the alternative route in view of the construction of the flyover when the issue was being discussed for the last several months. The nightmarish situation this morning whereby office goers were delayed and could not access their offices in time because of the traffic jam that had taken place in this trial of the alternative route. But worse still was the plight of two-wheeler riders, cyclists and pedestrians. The government, in all its exercise of preparing the alternate route, totally seems to disregard the rights of vulnerable road users. It is very important that two-wheeler riders are given safe passage and so also pedestrians
considering that the area in which, through which this road is being diverted is an educational area having several educational institutions.
Hello, I'm one of the affected residents in Porvory due to the elevated work that has just begun. I stand to lose my compound wall, which of course is being built by the company concerned. Today was the first day of the trial diversion that's taking place at a junction here in Delfinos on the way from Porvory going towards Panjim. So far today it has been well manned. There were a lot of traffic police and the cops there, and it happened to be a very bright, clear day, so we didn't have the worry of the rains delaying traffic and the backlog of traffic that usually happens. So today it has been good. I also was in Mapsa this afternoon, and on my way back from Mapsa returning to Porvory, there's a diversion there at Down Porvory or Giri from a particular nursery to the Sangolda Giri junction. And today's diversion also seemed to be okay. It went up very smoothly, but that was also probably because it was early afternoon. We'll have to check as the days go by and the diversion and the trial takes place on a longer duration, how the traffic is going to be.
ना आयजूच केला न्ही फर्स्ट ट्रायल तो सो सकाळच्यान तरी कांय ब्लॉक जावना आतां तरी दिसता तुमकां क्लियर आसा ओके हें जायत न्ही जर तरी जाय सो ताच्या प्रमाणे पुलिसांनी बरें हें केलां सकाळच्यान क्लियर आतां जर पुलीस रावले न्ही जाल्यार बरें जातलें सगळें बरें जातलें डायवर्शन बरें केलां त्रास बी अशें कांय जावंक ना ब्लॉक अजून तरी जावना आतां पीक टायम सांगचो न्ही मागीर कळटलें सामकें पण पुलीस जर आसत न्ही म्हाका दिसता असो फ्लो बरो जातलो सकाळी अशीच आसली ट्रॅफिक सकाळी अशेंच आसली ओके आणि आता दनपारच्या स्कूल सुटोवन नाही काय जावंक ना म्हणटकूच
The 51st death anniversary of Goa's first chief minister was observed across the state on Monday. Bandodkar died in office on 12th August 1973 at the age of 62. He was seen as a leader of the Bahujan Samaj and worked for the upliftment of the downtrodden. Bandodkar laid the foundation for the development of Goa by building primary schools and primary health centers in villages, introducing the concept of tourism hostels, industrial estates, etc., on which subsequent chief ministers expanded. In his initial years, he propagated the merger of Goa with Maharashtra and Marathi as the official language of Goa.
Dayanand Bandodkar was chief minister thrice during his little over 9-year rule after the liberation of Goa. In his first terms, he served from 20th December 1963 and resigned on 2nd December 1966 to make way for the 16th January 1967 opinion poll. Then he served a full term from 5th April 1967 to 23rd March 1972, and his third term from 23rd March 1972 was truncated on 12th March 1973 after just 1 year and 5 months in office.
पुण्यतिथी त्या पुण्यतिथीच्या निमित्तान सरकाराच्या वतीन तांकां आमी मानवंदना दिवपा खातीर हांव म्हजे सयत आमचे पावर मिनिस्टर अरविंद दवळीकर तांच्या फॅमिलीतले सगळे मेंबर्स CS बाकी सगळे ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशनांतले अधिकारी हांगा हजर आसा आनी तांचो सदोदीत सरकार तांच्या केल्ल्या कामाचो याद आनी व्यक्त करता आमी पुराय समाजी स्थल इनॉवेट करपाक येतला ऑलरेडी तेजो डिजायन हो रेडी केला आनी तो डिजायन रेडी करता आसतना तांकां फॅमिलीकूय विश्वासान घेतला आमी कशा पद्दतीन करता तेजें बेगिनात बेगीन काम सुरवात जातलें आनी जाता तितले बेगीन काम पुराय करपाक
गेल्या वर्सा पार्टी घातलेली अजूनही एक वर्स
थोडोसो डिजायन आनी बाकीच्या कामाक उशीर लागला पण जाता तितले बेगीन आमी काम सुरवात करता
भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकरांची स्मृती जागवण्याचा हर प्रकारे प्रयत्न आम्ही करत असतो. ते गोव्याचं भूषण होते, देशाचं भूषण होते. गरिबाचं कल्याण करणं, शेतकऱ्यांचे प्रश्न सोडवणं, कूळ मुणकार इत्यादींना हक्क देणं आणि सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे शिक्षणाचा प्रसार करणं, क्रीडा कौशल्य यामध्ये मुलांना प्रोत्साहन करणं वगैरे वगैरे कामं त्यांच्या हातून झाली. तर अशा ह्या भव्य दिव्य व्यक्तिमत्वाचा योग्य तो सन्मान राखला जावा या हेतूने पेडणे तालुका विकास परिषद किंवा विकास परिषद ही जी आमची संस्था आहे आणि तिच्यामार्फत आम्ही या सगळ्या उपक्रम करत असतो. त्या संस्थेमार्फत भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकर प्रथम असा भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकर स्मृती पुरस्कार देण्याचं ठरलं आहे आणि त्यासाठी निवड झालेली आहे. या पेडणे तालुक्याचे एक अत्यंत हुशार असे नागरी प्रशासनात ज्यांनी नाव कमावलं आहे. पहिले इंडियन ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह सर्व्हिसमधले सुपुत्र आशुतोष आपा तेली यांना हा पुरस्कार आम्ही आज जाहीर करतो आहोत. 12 मार्चला येत्या 12 मार्चला भाऊंची जयंती, त्या दिवशी हा पुरस्कार त्यांना प्रदान करण्यात येईल. ती घोषित करत असताना, ही घोषणा करत असताना मला आज खूप अत्यंत आनंद वाटतो आहे. या पहिल्या पुरस्काराची रक्कम किंवा कार्यक्रम जो आहे तो पुरस्कृत मी स्वतः करणार आहे. भाऊंच्या स्मृतीप्रित्यर्थ तुम्हाला माहीत आहे, भाऊंच्या कृपा आशीर्वादानेच मी आमदार झालो. त्यांच्या पावलावर पाऊल ठेवून कार्यरत झालो आणि आजवर जे मोठे यश मला लाभलं विविध स्तरामध्ये, त्यामागे भाऊंचा वरदस्त आहे, त्यांची कृपा आहे असं मानतो. त्या प्रित्यर्थ हा उपक्रम केला पाहिजे.
The body of an unidentified male was found floating near the Panjim Ribandar Causeway Monday afternoon. The body was retrieved by the police and sent to the Goa Medical College.
The body of an unidentified male was found floating on the Mandvi River. The body was sighted off the Panjim Ribandar Causeway. The Panjim police received a call around 2 p.m. on Monday. They rushed to the spot and retrieved the body. Police stated that the male appeared to be between 30 and 35 years. The body was kept at the Goa Medical College for identification. Thereafter, the body will be sent for post-mortem. Bureau report for Herald TV.
The government must immediately take steps to resolve the traffic congestion issue in Margao. There is a demand that the government must take proactive steps to shift the schools which are in the heart of Margao to Davurli, where land is already identified to create a school complex. A group of youth from Margao have demanded. The students face a lot of dangers while crossing the road. A memorandum in this regard has been handed to the additional South Goa collector.
तुम्ही जर पळयलें जाल्यार मडगांव इतलें ट्रॅफिक जालां की वचन पासून दिसना. आतां आमकां पयलीं आकेच्यान मडगांव वचपाक 5 मिनटां लागतालीं, परत येवपाक एक 5 ते 7 मिनटां, मागीर तूं 15 मिनटां भितर परत पावतालो. आज तुका वचपाक जाल्यार पावूण वर लागता. गाडयो व्हडल्या, लोकां कडेन सगळे लोक गाडयो घेवन भायर सरतात. पुणून हें कितें आसा, हें फाल्यां भुरग्यांक पासून त्रास. आमच्या स्कुलाचे पळय जे भुरगे आसा, हे फाल्यां इट इज रिस्क टू देर लायफ. फाल्यां ते रस्तो क्रॉस करतना आमी पळयलां प्रत्येक गाडी आसा ती तेकून वता, केन्नाय लागपाक शकता. ते लाग म्हणसर आमी रावपाक शकना. म्हणून आमी कितें केलां, आमी तांकां एक कलेक्टराक अपील केल्या की गव्हर्मेंटाकूय हें केल्लें की हे पळय जी स्कूल्स आसा जी मडगांव सिटीन आसा, सगळी सेंटराक मेन सिटीन आसा, ती मातशी जी दवरली तांच्यांनी शिफ्ट करपाचो जागो आयडेंटिफाय केला, तें मातशें बेगीनच्या बेगीन करचें. हांवें आयकलां की तें ऑलरेडी डिमार्केशन बी ताचें चालू आसा म्हणून. सो हें जर मातशें बेगीन जालें जाल्यार एक सगळे मेन हे पळय जे ट्रॅफीक फ्लो आसा 30% हातून प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व जातलो. दुसरें कितें आसा, एक म्हणटा तें आमचें पार्कींग. आमचें पार्कींग इज हायली अनऑर्गनायज्ड. कितें आसा, पयलींचें सगळें तांच्यांनी डिमार्केशन केलां, त्यो व्हायट लायनी बी मारिल्ल्यो त्यो सगळ्यो गेल्या. आमगेले बोर्ड आसता ते अर्दे बोर्ड तुटून पडला. सो फाल्यां कोणाकूय जर आमी विचारताय बी न्ही की हे तुमी रॉंग सायडीन पार्क केला, तो म्हणटा बोर्ड खंय आसा.
And in some sports news, South Zuzé the Herald defeated Kurturi Gymkhana 7-6 via the tiebreaker to enter into the quarterfinals of the Kana Benaulim Super Soccer Inter-Village Football Tournament organized by Kana Benaulim Sporting Association and played at the St. John the Baptist Football Ground, Benauli on Sunday.
In the Kana Benaulim Super Soccer Inter-Village Football Tournament, the match was played between two title contenders in front of above 500 spectators. Darrell Costa opened the score line for Ariel in the 5th minutes as the match progressed in the second half. Anselmo Fernandez equalized for Kurthuram Gymkhana, then Darrell Costa doubled the lead for Ariel in the 47th minutes. The joy was short-lived as Ray Dias equalized for Kurthuram Gymkhana just few minutes left for the final whistle. In the tiebreaker, Sao Jose de Ariel proved to be better shooters and won the match by 7-6.
सगळ्यांक देव बरें करूं. बडबड करताय.
आंध्रा ते फोन आंध्रात म्हणपाला 2-1
चुकान जालो गोली केली जाल्यार आतां आमकोल करता कडेन 5 जाता तेंगे फावल्यान चलो ना मरे तेंगे फावल्यान चलो ना कुडतरी येयली.
Inacio for Herald TV.
That's all we have in this newscast. For more news and updates, follow us on Facebook, YouTube and X. Thanks for watching Herald TV. Take care and goodbye.